Hello everybody, welcome back to Tom Reads Things. My name is Tom. I hope you're all very well. And welcome back to another Vlogmas video. Today I am doing part 2 of my Booktube 2019 highlights. Another video that I really enjoyed doing this year was a video that I recorded with my nephew, Elliot. So it was basically a video about what he had been reading recently, and he talked me through some of the books. He was reading Roald Dahl at the time, and it just made my heart melt. So yeah, it was really lovely to have him on the channel. And I understand from my sister that that video was played in his class, to his class. God, he must have been mortified. Another really amazing booktube highlight for me this year has been getting to know lots of other booktubers and discovering booktubers that I never knew before, and kind of discovering new booktubers that have joined Booktube this year, kind of along with me. And one of those booktubers that I really enjoy their videos is Jenny from Bookish Shenanigans. So Jenny does these amazing videos where she goes around, she calls them literary pilgrimages, where she goes around the homes or museums dedicated to literary figures from history. And it's just set against a backdrop of beautiful music. And the one I'll link down below is the one she did at Virginia Woolf's house. And it was so interesting and just so lovely to watch. I love Jenny's content. She's hilarious as well, by the way. So yeah, do go and check out her channel if you haven't already. Another highlight for me was recording the vegan cooking and booking video that I did with my sister Hannah. So we went to Sainsbury's, bought a shed load of food, and then came back and ate it, filmed ourselves eating it, and then talked about some books for a bit. So that was really interesting. I just remember feeling so sick after it though, because I'd eaten so much. And we tasted these spicy Skittles and they were absolutely disgusting. But yeah, really enjoyed having Hannah on the channel. She'll be back soon again, I'm sure, for another cooking and booking edition. Another booktuber that I have really enjoyed getting to know this year, and I've absolutely loved their content, is Kate from the channel Kate How. Kate's Victober content was next to none. It was absolutely brilliant. She was smashing out those videos. She did amazing videos where she did kind of weekly vlogs around what she'd been reading and how Victober was going for her, but she also did what I thought was really interesting and I really loved, was just these readings of short stories with kind of an atmospheric Victorian background to it and kind of a music over the top of it. She did The Body Snatchers by Robert Louis Stevenson as one of them, and that was absolutely brilliant. And we buddy read Hard Times together, and I wouldn't have enjoyed that book half as much if I hadn't read it with Kate. So thank you so much, Kate, and I'm already looking forward to our next buddy read. Another highlight for me has been being able to get involved with something that I've watched from afar for a long time, because I've always loved the idea of it. And that is cozy reading nights. So for those of you who don't know, cozy reading nights are seasonal cozy reading nights hosted by Lauren from Lauren and the Books, where she does a kind of spring, summer, autumn and a Christmas cozy reading night. And it's between the hours, I think it's between the hours of 7 and 10. You just dedicate the evening to reading and eating wonderful food and blankets and candles and fires and coziness and a bath chucked in there if you fancy it. So yeah, the first one I got involved with was Autumn Cozy Reading Night this year, and absolutely bloody loved it. I had the house to myself, had the dogs wrapped around me. It was just absolutely bloody wonderful. So yeah, if you haven't joined in with Cozy Reading Night, go and check out Lauren's channel. So yeah, I've really enjoyed watching Cozy Reading Night vlogs from Lauren and getting involved with it myself. Talking of Lauren, from Lauren the Book, so another one of my absolute favourite highlights from this year is a very recent video. So it's from Lauren's Vlogmas this year, and it was a vegan, oh god, it was a vegan and vegetarian sandwich taste test, festive sandwich taste test that she did with her partner David, and it was just, it was so funny. It was so funny. It was so funny that it was just like, it's just absolutely brilliant. And actually, I'll now want to eat all of those sandwiches. So well done for that, Lauren. Another booktuber that I've got to know this year is Emily from Novel Novels. She's bloody brilliant. If you watch this channel enough, you'll know that I absolutely love Emily and I love her content, love her videos. And I was so pleased. One of the main highlight for me this year is not only our buddy read, which we did together very recently, but also watching her Victober wrap-up video. So she got really into Victober this year and I'm so pleased she did. We spoke about it loads in the kind of comment section and stuff. But she read some really interesting books for Victober this year. She read The Water Babies, which I haven't heard of for years. So yeah, I really enjoyed watching Emily's Victober wrap-up. So, annoyingly, when I watched the video back, I realised that my phone cut out before I could talk about the last two people that I wanted to talk about and the last two highlights that I wanted to talk about. So I'll talk about those now. So another channel that I have really been enjoying this year that I've only recently discovered, I think just before Victober, was Claudia from Spinster's Library. So Claudia does a great mix of videos. The highlight video for me was a video that she did where she reread Wuthering Heights, and she reread it and gave us her thoughts chapter by chapter. She didn't really enjoy it too much when she first read it, and so this was a kind of exploration of her rereading of that book, and it was so interesting because I'm not the biggest Wuthering Heights fan either, and it was so interesting to kind of hear her thoughts on rereading it, especially chapter by chapter, what she thought and how her feelings towards that book changed or didn't change so much as she went through those chapters. So yeah, go and check out Claudia over at Spinster's Library. She's got well cute cats as well. The last video that I want to talk about is my Booktube highlight of 2019. It's probably my favourite video of 2019, and the reason for it is that it was everything that I think Booktube can and should be. It was incredibly insightful. It was just bloody brilliant, really. And that was a video by Simon from Savage Reads. He recently sat down with Megan Phelps Roper from the Westboro Baptist Church to talk about her book Unfollow. So for those of you who don't know, the Westboro Baptist Church came to prominence and notoriety in the US. They are a religious group who interpret the scriptures of Christianity in such a way that they preach a kind of message of hate, really, and they picket. They kind of came to notoriety through picketing the funerals of US soldiers, and basically saying that they were going to hell because of the way that the US had turned towards the devil and those kind of things. So it was really captivating and incredibly moving, really, watching Simon's discussion with Megan. It was a once in a lifetime opportunity to hear someone like that's thoughts on how dialogue and how words and how talking to each other as human beings really changed the way that she viewed the world and the way that she viewed the other people that she shared the world with. And it was the way that Simon spoke to her really drew out those intricate kind of details and the around how she engaged in dialogue at first with people on social media who were completely opposed to the way that she thought and the way that she'd been brought up, and how that dialogue turned from sort of, a slanging match almost between the two into a more kind of human dialogue, and then almost like a friendship, and how those kind of words and those kind of discussions and understandings helped change the way that she thought and helped her to understand the flaws in the teachings of her church and things like that. So it was just the most brilliant, thought-provoking, insightful, interesting and moving video. It was just bloody excellent. So go and watch it. I cannot wait to read the book. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's for so long, being a member of the LGBTQ community, the Westboro Baptist Church struck fear into my heart. Literally, I would binge watch videos about them on YouTube and think, my God, these people are terrifying. So for someone like Simon to be able to sit down with Megan was and she was a real key player in that church. For him to be able to sit down with her and have such an amazing human discussion with her about not only the book, but her church and her past and the way that she used to think and the way that she sort of changed the way that she thinks, was so interesting. And I'm so pleased that Simon made that video. So all of you, go and watch it now. Okay, so that's the end of part 2. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, all of the videos are linked in the description down below, so do go and check those out. And I will see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. Bye!